Hi, Todd Isberner here of Share Media, and I just want to take a moment to congratulate CMB for 15 years of serving the industry. I mean, it's an awesome anniversary celebration, and 15 years in some ways kind of seems like a little blip, right? Especially when you're talking about guys like me who've been doing it a long time, like 40 years. So I've seen a lot of changes in Christian radio over those 40 years. And I got to tell you, CMB has been a big part of the good changes in the last 15 years. But go with me for just a moment down memory lane. I want to tell you a little story about a radio station. I hope I can make a point out of this. But many years ago, and I think it's like back in the early 90s, Wayne Peterson and I had a chance to go help a little radio station in the outer regions of Alaska. And what was really cool about this station is that there was a population base of 5,000 people in that area and only one radio station. So if you wanted to listen to radio, guess what? That was the radio station you listened to, this Christian radio AM station that gave them news and information and music and community messages, and it kept this little community together. It was like their communications tool. It really became indispensable. And it dawned on me when I heard their Caribou Clatter just how indispensable it was. Caribou Clatter is a little program that was aired several times a day, and it was really cool because it'd send out personal messages to those in the bush. So for example, you'd hear, yeah, Joe, your wife says it's time to come home now. You've been hunting for 2 weeks and she needs some help. Or you'd hear a message about, so Bill, you need to get to the airport on Thursday in Anchorage. Your mother-in-law is going to land. You need to pick her up and get her home. So you talk about a community that was pulled together through a radio station. That's what was meant by becoming indispensable to that listening audience. What does that have to do with CMB and our radio stations? Well, we go back 15 years with CMB, but even further with the National Christian Radio Association, which was an organization that rode alongside of GMA, Gospel Music Association. And for years, under the leadership of Joe Battaglia and Lloyd Parker and Keith Whipple and other great men and women, we really developed a need to serve ourselves by becoming better at what we do. But we hit that point 15 years ago where it wasn't quite working the way we needed it to. So under the leadership of guys like Tim McDermott and Mike Novak and Bob Augsburg and Wayne Peterson, we pulled together and really got to focus with CMB. The Christian music broadcasters became isolated, laser focused in how we become better at what we do. How do we improve the ways in which we relate to audiences? How do we really connect? So we started to do research and music testing and shape our talent to become better at what they do. And honestly, because CMB pulled us together with a single purpose of getting better at what we do, I think that's how we got to become where we are today. Now, we still have a long ways to go, right? We don't have the sort of advantage that little station in Alaska had with having complete market dominance. We've got competition not just from other Christian radio stations, but from all kinds of other media consumption avenues, right? So we really have got to get better at what we're doing. And CMB comes together with a great board of directors over these 15 years, some great advisors, some awesome staff like Michelle and her gang now, who've really truly made a difference in supporting Christian radio stations to do what? Achieve their goal of becoming better, more relevant, and more able to connect with their listeners. And I got to say, the reality is all of us are still after that one single most important thing, is that how do we really share Jesus to the world, to share his love and to connect them with God? And I think CMB is helping us become better at doing that. So congratulations, CMB. Another 15 years, heck, make it another 40 years and you can join me. God bless.